Morning, ladies and germs. This is AJ Crowley, and I am playing The Outer Worlds. Right, I don't know where I got to last time. This is the poem that the chief engineer off the Groundbreaker sent to my engineer. She feels a spasm in her compression alternator, trembling because it's aching to meet her. Holy shit. Yeah, if that isn't pornographic. I ought to maybe stick some stuff in a container because I've got far too much crap kicking around. Yeah, we need to find out what to do with this thing as well. That's Pavati's room. Right, this is now Felix's room. I was wondering. Yeah, we've managed to pick up a couple of companions along the way. I've managed to give them armour as well, which I think was probably a sensible move. Right, let's... I have been doing, thank you. Alright, let's get rid of some stuff. I'm not doing that much with melee weapons, I have to say. Okay. Right, I'll probably do. So, what are we doing? Main quest. Yeah, I ain't got 10,000 bits yet, so I'm going to do that. So I've got to go out to some relay thingy. Actually, let's do that. Let's have a pop at that. This is a map of the system. There's the relay. That'll do. All companions. I mean, I don't know how difficult this little side mission is going to be. I mean, effectively, it's just clearing out this transmission relay and bringing some messages back to Groundbreaker. I mean, it sounds like a small, yeah. It sounds like a small, easy-to-do side mission. It probably isn't going to be a small, easy-to-do side mission. It's probably going to be an absolute fucking mare. Shot cannon.
Who's living in a relay station all the way out here?
Captain, this place is supposed to be empty, yeah? 'Cause I got the queerest feeling.
Right. Well, there's a bunch of targets on our map, so expect to have to kill things.
Take him down! Can we do that again?
That was actually relatively straightforward. Sneak around the side of the security thingy and then zap the fucker. Nothing else. Hello.
You're fast. Everyone all right?
Where the fuck did it go? I made it disappear into thin air. Well, definitely some things are damn sight easier when you've got companions. The whispers have a source, and I've found it. Found it! I've taken refuge on an orbital relay station. It's smaller than a worker's hovel. Barely a few thousand square metres, but sufficient for my needs. I was able to flee Byzantium with enough bits to purchase supplies to last for decades. It was strange being among common people on the Groundbreaker. The whispers barely stirred at the sight of their ill-fed, scarred and unwashed bodies. How charming. If only there were fewer freighters docking there, bringing real people from Byzantium, I could almost have made a home free of temptation. Free. As I made this place livable, or as much as it can be, I started hearing the whispers from the relay terminal. They told me to listen to the voices travelling through the ether to reach me, calling out to me to help them, alone, lonely, needing my help. I found a way to power down the transmitter. No more voices in the ether, and no more whispers. They fell silent, silent, silent. Well, thanks a lot, dude, for like shutting off the transmitter so no one can receive messages. This was not me. It's not. I am not this foul thing that I've feared for so long. It was the voices in the ether trying to make me hurt others. But I was stronger than they, and I've defeated them. Them! I have already begun making plans to return to my home. Now that the whispers are defeated, I can resume my life again. I can't wait to return. I miss my family and co-workers so much, especially Delilah. Well, yeah, that's not a good sign, is it? I believe, if I remember correctly, that this is a relay for messages coming from Earth. So, effectively, you've managed to disconnect everyone from Earth, you useless tit. Ah, come here. Ah! Fucking hell. Thank you. Must loot all of the things. There's nothing else I can flog the stuff. Right.
Can't keep us out.
Right, first off, let's see.
Got it! So, is he dead or?
I was so wrong. The whispers did not stop. Not. They returned. They howl at me, demanding I return home and bathe the streets in crimson. Bright crimson. Beautiful crimson. I can think of only one way to end this. End. Forgive me, Delilah.
Did it to himself, Captain? That's real sad.
Yep, he was a loony. Right. Well, at least we've managed to do that bit. Now, still an upstairs that I haven't found yet, so... Last night I dreamed, and it was beautiful. The streets of Byzantium were decorated with crimson streamers that laughed in the breeze. They asked me to take them, to give them to my special ones. I gathered the crimson in my arms and felt so alive, so happy. I turned and Delilah was beside me. I did not question why my supervisor was there, her eyes so full of the emotions I know she feels but dares not show at work. I wrapped her neck in crimson, tying it tight as a scarf on a cold day, so beautiful. Then the crimson on her neck opened as a second mouth and began screaming. When I awoke, I was scared. The dreams are so real now, and this time I recognised her face. I had to leave work early today. Every time I looked at Delilah, I heard a whisper in my mind about how beautiful she would look with a touch of crimson on her neck. Her neck. This must stop. This is not who I am. This is not who I will become. I will find help. Okay, so clearly this guy was a serial killer in the making. Or even an existing serial killer, who knows? The instructions printed this manual have been covered by most of the legible scroll. Good-o. Well, okay, yeah, I mean, clearly he was a loony. Well, that's where we came in. That could have made things easier by turning everything off, but of course I didn't look down here before I went and started going around and nicking stuff, so and killing all the security drones. Well, never mind. You live and learn. Well, sometimes you do anyway. If you're not an idiot, like I am. Right, let's go and go up that ladder. Let's find out what's around. Oh. Oh, that was it. Literally, that was it. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit meh. I was thinking there might be a bit more to this station. But, apparently not. Oh well. What do we do with this thing? It's like, is there any way to activate the janitor? Apparently not. Oh well, never mind. I'll do.
Did you bring me anything? New parts? Last weekend's crossword puzzle? Preferably not already filled out this time. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No! No, no, no!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw.
Cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Roseway, Roseway. Doesn't actually list it as a location. Let's go and sort that one out first, though.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
So, slow load times.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you did a contract for Subway.
Ugh.
My comm center already got an update ping from the backup relay. I trust everything went smoothly. Thanks. That's odd. The only messages in the queue are encrypted ones. Looking at the transmission logs, the relay hasn't received a single unencrypted message in the past 36 months. Must be on account of some new security red tape. Well, whatever's the cause, the board and the Earth Minister will see it sorted. Thanks again for saving my derriere. I secured quite the payment authorization for you from Chief Junlei. Try not to spend it all in one place.
Nice.
Was a time I wanted to be an engineer.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. That's all.
Felix Millstone. Nice to see you out of docking bay. Keeping your nose clean?
Yes, ma'am. Been at least a couple weeks since my last nose-related incident.
Uh-huh. I'm glad to see you in a captain's custody. Just try not to steal any critical parts from my ship.
It's possible I got caught lifting some spare parts a couple years back, but it was only just that one time. Honest.
I tell you to stay out of trouble, but I know you'll find it anyway. Whatever you do, just make sure I don't find out.
Okay. I wondered if there might be some continuation of the Pavati Junlei relationship there, but possibly not. Right. So what's going on? Companion quest. Does that? Ooh.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen? You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource.
Lovely.
Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices. Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry. Just as well. Near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm-fresh sprats. Fresh from the grinder, any hour.
Well, hey. I've got a little gun icon appearing at the bottom of the screen, so I think it means that I need to, repair guns.
Sublight for life. The corporation's never lifted a finger for me.
Oh, neat. They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Wonder if they got some type of secret handshake.
I didn't even know where I am. Oh, wrong way. I was only to go down.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable? Money. We got it. The Steve Doors want it. I'll take that as a yes. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd
More side quests.
Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
Does this make us Sublight agents now?
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? First, an embargo that's been active ever since the board pulled its forces off-world. Few regulations, plenty of freedom. And second, all the goodies that no one had time to pack. I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need.
Yeah.
Anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Right. Okay. So we'd already got the requirement to get the Stellar Bay nav key for another mission anyway, so this just sort of reiterates and reinforces that need to buy the nav key. Downside is it's going to cost us 10,000 bits.
It's near this complete breakfast.
I think that's just going to point us back at the ship. It's interesting that this mission to see this Jesse person is listed as a companion mission, so I'm going to assume that Jesse will become a companion. Right. It was that easy. Fuck's sake. No, not that one. Here we go.
There's a reason they got this place under quarantine, right?
For the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation.
Ah.
Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with it. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Let's get another perk. Vendor prices. Better XP from companion kills. Yeah, let's up our armor. I don't seem to be wearing it. That's probably just a default. Oh shit, no, that's the fact that I'm actually disguised. I was thinking, why does it not look like I've got my fucking power armor on? Yeah, now I've got my power armor on. 100%, 100%. Hey, there we go. Right.
How do you do? Ah, how might I assist you? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Oh, nice.
That's not unreasonable.
Boss, you can't be serious. The board's got no right to just enslave another human being.
That's where you're wrong, young man. Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? I quite concur. It's refreshing to deal with someone practical for a change. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Righty-ho. So, this isn't a particularly complex side mission. I mean, in, out, check it all about.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better...
Here we go, we got another companion.
If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
We got us a real sawbones. Welcome aboard, Ellie.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead.
You got it.
Sure saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Righty, so that's cleared a side mission. Damn it. I thought maybe it's through here, but it isn't. Shit. Wasted a bloody lockpick, but never mind. Yeah. Right, so now what I need. I just want to find out how to get through to this damn location, so let's try and have another pop at that. Oh, right now it's actually listing it as a flip. Yeah. Oh, bugger. Okay, how the hell do I get through there? Oh, okay. Wish it wouldn't keep drawing the bloody gun. Okay, so I've got to... Oh, yeah. How fiddly is that? Oh, shit. Jesus, I thought it was one of my companions just got vaporized there. Fucking hell. Christ. Bunch of outlaws in this bloody section of the ship. Okay. It's like X is the reload button, and half the time you've got the... Yeah. I wonder if it's just a bad button mapping that they've managed to implement on this game. There. Let's just have a quick look around for anything lootable before we go through to the next bit to find out whatever we've got to find. Which apparently I think is some mental science weapon. Possibly a Phineas Wells manufacture. Outlaw. No, it's just a little pile of ashes, I'm afraid. Right, okay, so I think we're good. Oh, hello. Something up there. I think in this game, always look on top of piles of... fucking come here. On top of piles of crates. There's always something. I mean, this game has been described as Fallout in space, and I'd have to agree with that, because looking around for stuff... What? Oh, crap! I can't get through! Shit! Oh, bugger! Arseholes. Acquire the science weapon on Groundbreaker. Eee, shit. Okay. Right, so that's a bust. Well, I've now got this side quest and the main quest. I need to get this nav key from Gladys for Stellar Bay, so let's go do that then. It's not really what I'd intended. I'd intended to sort of stick with side quests for a bit, but it just so happens that the side quest actually intersects with the main quest, so yeah, I can live with it. Do you know, I hadn't actually looked at this shop at all.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen dinner.
Oh, it's Martin. Hey, Martin. Still wearing the hat?
How observant. I'm authorized to state that this uniform is more than headgear. It's a state of mind, and our customers know the difference.
Do they?
Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom.
Yeah. Oh, you sound really, really into this, don't you?
Sometimes I forget. Have a look.
The problem is, I'm not actually sure what's useful and what isn't. I haven't used any of the consumables I've been picking up, apart from the Adreno so far. I've got tons of consumables. Ooh. Elite troop armor. Problem is, I'm really tight on money here. 43% surcharge. Fuck off. I'll stick with the power armor I've got at the minute. I looked at this bit last time I was in here. Right.
Had a moment to look into that little opportunity I told you about on Roseway. You don't hurry up. Someone will get you snooping around there before you do. Fantastic. Do be careful with it, dear, as these keys tend to be a tad hard to acquire. You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her.
Already done it.
Was there anything else?
Right.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Okay, so we've got the Stellar Bay nav key.
Hey, boss. If you need a tour guide, I've seen all 12 episodes of Terror on Monarch. Kind of an expert.
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
Yeah, come back to him.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh?
Trundle, trundle, trundle.
Why was I built to feel ennui?
Right. Oh, nuts. Ooh. Awesome. Right, now I need to find a workbench. I'm sure we got one. Yeah, there we go. This mod is already installed. Okay. Shot cannon. Ooh. Oh, it's already got one. Ha! I don't know why I'm carrying the hunting rifle. I didn't know I was carrying the hunting rifle, actually. All right, let's just swap that out then. For tactical shotgun. That'll do. Ooh. Oh, fuck. Didn't want to do that. Shit. all sorts of mods on here. Right, awesome. Okay. So, I think the only thing to do now... Oh.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps? You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Cool. Oh, I didn't get any perks. Hey ho, off we go.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Wow. That's pretty stunning, that is. Oh yeah, while I'm thinking about it. I'm better off taking with me on this jaunt anyway, so...
I think I'll initiate an unscheduled rest cycle while you're out.
Let's take... Ellie and Pavati. I'll have to give Ellie a better gun as well. Wow. That is a fucking view. Look at that. That's stunning, that is. That's brilliant. Let's just see if there's anything around to loot before I start. Oh, actually. No, apparently not. Not there anyway. No one about either. Where the fuck is everyone? Is it me, or is that a really stupid place to put a switch like that? Oh, okay. Ah, it's a call it thing there. I didn't see the button there. Ah, he looks like welcoming committee. Is he?
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction.
Yeah, impressive.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna and halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Aw, don't be like that. I never get to do this part. Please. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-roaders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly. Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Okay. So, you know, little side quests, they're easy enough.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate. Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with him.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid. Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
No shit.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no
Why?
will still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Good to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for. Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Right, so I think we've got to find... What's this? I want to sort of up our armour. 36. I'm not sure what armour I've got. Oh, only 19 points mine. Oh, right.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
Okay, so let's go back and see what we got to do. Myoka.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails?
No.
You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts.
Mostly fresh.
Oh, good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Ew. I mean, just no.
You look like a woman who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts. I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
You weren't.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years, but he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
Well, large amounts of people in Edgewater are now dead because I killed them.
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for halcyon life. As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about getting a manta queen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Manta queens, especially. Sure, they're real big. Hard to miss them. Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. But I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal? All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mana Queen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there too. Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff. Nice of you to say. I like her too. And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you don't have to butter me up.
Now I see what Celia was talking about. This guy almost reminds me of Irion.
Who?
An old acquaintance from the Groundbreaker. Real piece of work.
That's mighty kind of you to say.
But we were talking about what a lucky gal Celia is.
Anyone who can afford such a fine collection of mantisaur claws has it pretty good.
Dear God.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
She doesn't have any use for Raptidon tongues, you daft twat.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia... We can help, right?
I mean, what's the worst that could happen, eh?
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on. Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair. Or maybe I should go with a casual look? Ah, look at me going on.
I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Which bloody mission am I in now? I'm not even on a mission. Oh. That's odd. Can't seem to move the list of side quests. Or of quests at all.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So it starts sliding. All over the place. Trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Lovely.
Don't interrupt. It's rude. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn wrapped out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you? If you think this is drunk, I gotta... you need to get out more. Sit. Partake. Buy me a drink and let's chat. Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set. Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean, more than usual.
Yeah, there's someone called Velma around that we need to... Oh, there we go.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Well, if you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
A what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind? This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. Damn right it is. No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grim may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Okay.
Fine by me. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Okay. Oop. Yeah, on that.
Help! Someone's been killed!
Whatever you do, don't mention Todd. Never hear the end of it. You know, I haven't seen him in a while. If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be...
Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Not much I can do for this guy.
Oh dear. Well, it's like I've examined everything there is. Oh. Who's this?
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh? Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Dilated pupils, anxious posture, muscle spasms. She's high on some quality stuff.
No! Okay, maybe just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know? Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
Hope he's okay. We should hurry, Captain.
Okay, well, I think we'll just do. I think we'll call it there because it's 9 o'clock and I've got a day job to do. So, that's it from me. That was twitch.tv/AJ Crowley, mixer.com/AJ Crowley, or perhaps you were watching on the Frustratotron on YouTube, or Frustratotron on Facebook, or possibly even on Steam, come to that. So thanks for watching. Go to frustratotron.com, follow the links, give me a follow, give me a subscribe, whatever, and I will catch you in another video. Ta-ta!